So let's talk about economics 101. When supply goes up and demand goes down, prices go down. When supply goes down and demand goes up, prices go up. Scarcity, that's economics 101. But in the New York City rental real estate market, these concepts run through a maze of complicated laws, regulations, and restrictions about rent increases, broker commissions, who qualifies for a rental and who does not. So they get skewed because of all these outside influences. Right now, rents are sky high in New York. In fact, record-breaking in some neighborhoods. And it might be easy to blame one thing like greedy landlords, inflation, pandemic fallout, or even Wall Street bonuses. The truth is bigger, but actually a lot more simple. We simply don't have enough supply right now. The city's population has grown twice as fast as the housing supply over the last decade. New construction of apartments can take years to get completed here in New York City due to lengthy approval processes, zoning restrictions, tax rules, tax benefits. That bottleneck keeps inventory tight, competition fierce, and prices high. Some mayoral candidates are promising lower rents, and it's an appealing idea in theory. Unless these plans include increased housing supply, long-term relief is very unlikely. And even if demand cools off, the cost for landlords has gone up. Cost for maintenance, taxes have gone up, safety regulations have increased costs. There's so many different things that are increasing the cost for the landlords. So if the rents are actually frozen, if somebody can actually pull that off, the buildings are gonna decline. Or the rents are gonna go up in other areas. So in comes the FAIR Act, which was intended to make rentals more affordable for tenants. However, the FAIR Act, which shifts the burden of the broker commission from the tenant onto the landlord, only did one thing. It shifted the cost into the rent base. So the week that the law became effective, rent shot up like 15% because all of the landlords simply took that commission amount and lopped it onto their rent, which means that a tenant who's then paying a higher base rent is going to have increases based upon that higher rent as well. If you pay a broker commission, that's only one time and that's only for the first year. But if you have a higher base rent, your increases are going to be based upon that year after year after year. And I don't know about you, but I don't know how many New York City landlords are simply laying down and saying, I'm not going to pass the cost of the commission on to the tenant, I'll just pay it myself. Seems very unlikely. A rent freeze is not exactly the same, but it could have similar side effects. You can regulate prices, but you can't regulate supply and demand. It's just too powerful. If more people want to live in New York than there are apartments, then the rents are just going to go up. And the only way to remedy that is more supply. So in the meantime, good inventory is out there, both for rent and for purchase. And if you have the right guidance, you could find that inventory, some of which isn't even on the market anymore because of these new laws. So if you're looking for something, whether it's a new rental or a new place to purchase, please reach out to me because my team and I can help you find the perfect new home.